We'll call this meeting to order. It is 3:30. I asked Mr. Randall Davis if he'd lead us in open prayer.
Please bow your heads. Lord, thank you for this beautiful day and our many blessings. I pray that you will lead us to make just and informed decisions for the betterment of our school system. Help us to be better service of you and stay safe as we go through this week. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. All right. If you would, please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance. Attention. Salute. Pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We welcome everyone out to our second meeting of January, second meeting of the year as well. Has anyone asked to speak to public comments?
No, sir.
All right. Number one, we have a quorum.
Yes, sir, we have a quorum.
All right, and we got all 5 members present either in person or by phone. And Lisa's here on phone. Item number 2, the proper procedures for board meeting notification been met.
Yes, sir.
All right. Item number 3.
I recommend that we adopt the agenda.
All right, I have a recommendation before the board to adopt the agenda. Do I have a motion that we adopt the agenda?
Motion.
All right, I have a motion from Ms. Chandler, a second. Second from Mr. Davis. Any discussion about the agenda before we vote on the document? All right, if there's no discussion, all those in favor of adopting the agenda say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. All right, the ayes have it. All right, item number 4.
I recommend the approval of the minutes from the January 12th meeting.
All right, we have, can you hear him, Lisa? I want to make sure on that.
Yes, somewhat. I can hear it so far.
Okay, all right, just wanted to double check. We'll have a recommendation to approve the minutes from January 12th meeting. I need a motion. Motion from Mr. Davis. I have a second.
Second.
Second from Mr. McKissick. Any discussion about the minutes from the January 12th meeting? If there's no discussion, then we'll have a vote. All those in favor say approving the minutes, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. All right, item number 5.
At this time, we are happy to have Sergeant Jordan Kelly with us, and he's going to give us a school resource officer update at this time.
All right, Mr. Kelly.
Hey, Gordon, can you talk close to the phone or?
Yeah, I'll take my phone over there, buddy.
Okay.
I want to say thank you for allowing me to come today just so that I can give an update. We have been in the schools now for a little over a year. I wanted to give some statistics as far as what we have done in the school. During the last school year, which was a very abbreviated school year due to COVID, and for us for not being in place until mid-November, we actually took 24 reports in the school, and that was either a crime has occurred or a documentation of something that we needed to put on paper. If it's not on paper, it normally doesn't happen for us. So that's what we try to work on. There was over 650 hours worked by SROs so that we could be allowed to earn that time to be off, later on, so that we're not working when school is not in session. We had 3 referrals to juvenile probation from the school, and only 1 arrest or a juvenile being taken into custody on campus. To put that in perspective for you, the year prior to that, without school resource officers present, we actually had more arrests on school campuses than we did now. And I would say that's because of a presence in the school. We're there, they know that we're there every day. During this school year now, we have 23 reports that we've taken to date, so 1 shy of that, but we've already been in school longer now than we were during the last school year. Once again, that's not, all those are not crimes. Those can be anything that needs to be documented for us that we need to do, and it could be stuff that's mandatory reporting. That's not a bad reflection on the school, it's just saying that we have to do our job. We have had over 600 hours already to date worked by the SROs. We have had 3 referrals, the same as last year, to juvenile probation, and we have had 1 student taken into custody on a school campus. These are things that we cannot help. But once again, from before to now, we're seeing that downward trend of we're not taking as many students into custody from schools, which is great because that's what we tried. We knew that this would do. We were very confident that this was not going to be that school to prison pipeline like people may have been told about. We're not there to take over school discipline. That's what the school's still going to do. Some of the things that we have done is we have implemented our alcohol, tobacco, drug, and violence prevention campaign, which is the Too Good for Drugs program that we received a grant for. That is going to, it was geared towards 5th and 9th grade students across the county. For every 5th and 9th grader to receive education from this program. We've actually, some schools have expanded that to include even 10th, 11th grade, 6th grade. The more that we can get to participate in the program, we feel that that's better. We've had officers go in to teach firearm safety to their ag department because the FFA has asked for that. We've had questions as far as basic law enforcement, even constitutional law. We've taught classes even on gang awareness, emergency preparedness, and we participate in the extended family for kids, taking part in that in the COPS lessons for them. On top of the basic educational things that we can do in the classroom, we're also helping out school counselors. We're helping out administrators by actually going and doing visits at home, trying to locate students that we've not heard from and not seen from, especially on the virtual side that we may not have seen. They've not turned in work for weeks. We get a phone call and either myself or one of the other SROs, we're going out and paying a visit with school administration so that we can say, hey, we're just checking on you. We're not here to get in your business, but we want to make sure that everything's okay and make sure that the student's okay because maybe we've not seen them in a while. So that's another way that we're extending beyond just the law enforcement side and actually trying to help the school to get kids back in. Students that may be truant from school under the normal definition during a normal school year. This isn't a normal school year. We don't see them. We don't see them every day. They're not turning in schoolwork. We need to know why. So we're going beyond the being the law enforcement presence and trying to get these kids back in school. So we now have 5 SROs across the county, which is 2 more than we had when we finished last year. We have an SRO that services every high school in the county. Every high school age kid has an SRO that's there all the time. We're still working, trying to find more SROs, more good qualified candidates that can come in to fill the 3 remaining positions. And as soon as we can find some qualified and a good fit for those schools, we're not just going to put anybody in there. This is not a job that you can take somebody fresh out of the academy, put in there to do that job. This is something you want somebody that wants to be there, that wants to work with kids, that wants to make a difference in their community. That's who you want in those schools. So we're being very careful who we select for those jobs. We're very happy to be where we are. We've had good response, I believe, from the administration and from parents and faculty across the county. I would just ask now if y'all have any questions for me as to the program or anything that we're doing. Sheriff, your Josh, anything?
I would like to say just a few things, and I would like to thank Deputy Kelly. He's done an outstanding job. We are continuously working. Me and Josh were talking before we came down here. We've got a man coming to see us next week, maybe Josh, to talk. We're still actively recruiting, but believe it or not, there are not the number of people wanting to get in law enforcement today that used to want to get into it. And we're not going to put somebody in our schools that we don't feel like is good morally, ethically, and professionally to do this job because it's too important to all of us. And just like the situation last year, we've got one new school board member. When we had the outbreak last year and school shut down, we moved all the SROs off your payroll back to our payroll.
You can't hear us, the sheriff, he's still giving us an update.
I'm sorry, Lisa, but can you hear me now, Lisa?
I can.
Okay, we moved the SROs from your payroll to our payroll to not eat into that budget because we had vacant spots. we don't have vacant spots. Now, we fill our spots, and, we're looking every day for the people we need to fill these last few positions. And we've done great with what we've got. And we've got 5 very good quality people in the schools. And I've not had one complaint. I don't know if y'all had any complaints, but I think it's working really well, and it's working like we expected it to work. And, the grants y'all applied for, George and I talked about some upcoming grant opportunities that would help us to do some programs with violence against girls and women. That's a big issue that we need to address. And, we just appreciate the partnership that we have with the Board of Education and the Commission in doing this. So if y'all have any questions, we'd be glad to answer.
I have a question for Mr. Kelly. I guess, how are y'all seeing the, relationships between the students and the SROs? Does it seem like the trust is being built?
Yes, ma'am, it is. I think that's evident from students that are coming forward to us that are wanting to let us know things are going on in the schools. It's also evident because they're glad to see us at their ball games. If we're there, they're happy. They're giving us, they're fist bumping us now. They're glad to see us be at these events.
Any other questions?
I hope, you think maybe by the fall you'll be able to fill those 3 positions?
I wish we could fill them tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate you looking for the right person.
It just depends on if we can find those right people, like the sheriff was saying. We don't want to put somebody in there that's either their heart's not in the right place, or they're just looking for a paycheck. We don't really want those people. We want the people that are there because they want to be there, and they want to do that job. It's not a job for everybody. It's not.
And there's a couple of people that we're looking at. Did you mention about on the days, in addition to the 5 full-time?
I did not.
On most each day, there's a deputy that's floating the other 3 schools that don't have somebody assigned to them full-time. So that helps some.
We've got coverage with other places. What Josh is doing, right?
Yeah. It may not be an entire day, but it is part of the day. 3 hours, maybe there's somebody there on the way.
All right. Well, we appreciate the work y'all are doing, and we're glad to partner with you on the program. I know we needed it for a long time.
We're glad it's here. We thank y'all. We really do.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All righty, I guess we'll return back to our agenda then. Item number 6.
You have in your packets the November 2020 bank reconciliation, cash balance, and financial report for your review. Just let us know if you have any questions, and Mr. Cunningham will be happy to answer those.
All right, item number 7.
You also have in your packets the accounts payable report for November 2020 for your review.
All right, and item number 8.
And the accounts payable report is in your packet for December. And again, if you have any questions about any of those, please contact us.
All right, item number 9.
I recommend that we approve the professional development.
All right, have a recommendation before the board to approve professional development. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Have a motion from Ms. Chandler. Do I have a second? Second from Mr. Davis. Any discussion about the professional development? All right, if there's no discussion, then all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. All the ayes have it. All right, item number 10.
I recommend that we approve the items on the personnel action sheet.
All right, have a recommendation to approve personal action sheet. Do I have a motion? Motion from Mr. McKissick. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Ms. Chandler. Any discussion about the personal action sheet? Any recusals or anything from anybody? All right. If there's no discussion, all those in favor of approving the personal action sheet will say aye. Aye. Opposed? Say nay. The ayes have it. Item number 11.
You have the job postings sheet for your review. I will make note, I won't have to read them all to you unless you want me to, but all of our full-time jobs are filled at this time. These are part-time positions that we have posted right now.
All right. Item number 12.
Under other, I would like to recognize Kathy Sewell. Her retirement is coming up that we just approved, and she has 27 years of service, and we certainly appreciate those 27 years and wish her well in her upcoming retirement.
Absolutely, thank her for her service to our school system.
Absolutely.
I think we have maybe a student here too. We usually recognize them under other. Are you here for youth leadership?
Yes, sir.
You the only one? All right, and that's Ms. Coates, right? All right, well, it's good to have you with us.
It is. Thank you for bringing that up. It's always good to have students with us, and thank you for being here.
Well, thank you.
All right, anything else under other?
Yes, a couple of things. Again, want to say thank you to our teachers and all of our staff members. Again, it's such a difficult time right now, but they're doing an outstanding job. And on that note, I'd like to especially recognize Kelly Lockridge, a teacher at Spring Garden School. She has received her National Board certification, and we're very proud of that for her. Also, I would like to say that January being School Board Recognition Month, I certainly want to say thank you on behalf of Cherokee County Schools to each of you for your service to this board, your dedication to the students across this county. Thank you very, very much. And if we could, we'd like to set the next meeting for February 9th at 4 p.m., Tuesday, February 9th at 4 p.m.
Will be
What time was that? What day?
4 o'clock on Tuesday, February the 9th.
That's
4 o'clock. February 9th.
We'll adjust.
All righty, that's what we'll tentatively schedule then for our next meeting. All right, anything else under other?
That's all I have.
All right. Our item number 13.
I recommend that we go into executive session to discuss real estate transaction. And after that, we would not have any other business items. We wouldn't be conducting any other business after that.
Come back to adjourn. How long do you anticipate to be there? 15 minutes?
Yes, 15 minutes probably.
All right. All right, so if there, so we have a recommendation to go into executive session to discuss the real estate transaction. To have a motion that we go into executive session. Motion from Mr. Chandler, to have a second. Second from Mr. Davis. Any discussion about going into executive session? I have to poll the board individually then. Ms. McKissick, how do you vote on going into
Yes.
executive session? Yes. Ms. Miles?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Ms. Chandler?
yes.
Chair votes yes, so we'll retire into executive session. Adjourn about 15 minutes. All right, thank y'all all for coming.